Today, I'm going to give you a tour of Zotero, one of my all-time favorite research uh, programs. So, what you'll see is a couple different things. So I have a library that is cut up into folders. I have a group library that is a shared library, and I have feeds. Now, these feeds are RSS feeds from different websites, so I can click on any feed and actually see any article that I want to look at, and I can go in and open that up, and of course it will bring up the website with the information in it. So that's an example of the THN. But any one of these feeds will bring up a different article. So it's pretty nice to be able to have access to anything that you research, and you can see it on the web. You can see the information. Pretty handy and straightforward. Okay, but the beauty of this program is when you are researching academic literature, and you can create folders, libraries. I have put PDF files in here in folders. I put ebooks in here. I have separated out different courses and weekly readings and whatnot. And so, or any research that I'm doing for that matter. So, for example, on some AI research, I have different lectures, and these are PDFs and slideshows. And so, one of the things that happens is that the PDF files are archived right in there. So when you call it up, you get a you can look at the PDF slideshow, and it works just like any other PDF viewer. Maybe I have another article right that I pulled, and the interesting thing about this is that with a browser plugin, it links into the actual website. And so I'm looking at this particular article, but I can also pull a PDF. So in this case, I have some bookmarks, but maybe in this case, I have a PDF file. So here is an article that I've grabbed, and it has went out and gotten the full text PDF. And so I can go in and actually read this document. I can mark it up. I can highlight it. Um, I can maybe highlight something here if I find something I want to notate on. I can put a note right there for that. Important. Okay. And close it. And the next thing that happens is I can add a note from annotation. So here's the annotation that I just created, and I can easily link to that. I can see the information about the publisher, the bibliographic information, and I can see the PDF stored all right here. And I even get access to the file where it's stored. So if I were to go and show the file, I can see that the file storage is in kind of a random, everything has its own folder right on the disk. And so I'm actually getting some link or some PDF file or something that's there. But this is a database that is fully accessible to me. I can go through, read, take notes. I can open up multiple papers and switch back and forth for those things. And so what I really like about this program is that it allows me to do Google search in Scholar, and then with the browser plugin, I can pull in that information. Now, what I have done here is I have put in a plugin into Zotero that is giving me a site score through the engine SCITE site, and I can immediately tell an article that has a lot of citations, right? Because that particular article right there, user acceptance of information technology, this thing has been cited so many times, 27,744. It is a very famous article. Okay, and then of course I got the full text here, and one click and I'm able to read that. I can scroll through that article. I can highlight different areas of it. This is an actual plugin that I loaded in Zotero that would actually give me these numbers. So it goes out and searches the web for that. Here's another one that has not as many. When I get into some of the HRD articles, some of those have some more sites, than others. Okay, so the real power lies in the ability to categorize my articles based on different things. I have articles sorted by classes currently, but at some point in the near future, I will sort them by category. I have keywords right here. So if I wanted to focus more on keyword list building, I could create, now this is my entire library sorted by keyword. So if I wanted to actually look at some alphabetized listing of keywords, now I'm going to get some articles. There's some job skills. And once I click on that article, that category, a tag, it's going to give me all of the other keywords that are related to that. So I can kind of drill down and maybe see some more information. And I'll go ahead with those keywords selected. I'll jump over to my library, and let's go back to job skills. A lot of information. Job analysis, job satisfaction, job skills. There we go. Okay. And so now that I've hit on job skills, effectively I have all these articles listed. I can further do employers, right? And kind of tear down my list. I'm kind of doing my own literature review in my own library with this, and so I don't use the keywords that often, but as the library grows, that's gonna be a tool that probably is used a little more. Right now, I'm mainly using folders to do this. But the great part about it is the Zotero connector. So I can go to a Google Scholar search engine. I can type in KSA creation, employability. I got 15,000 articles, and I want to look just in the ones that are in 2024. And now I can click the folder icon. This is my Zotero connector that I've installed, and I can pick particular articles that I want to add to my library. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And now the connector is going to go out. It is going to use the last folder that I've selected in Zotero, and it is going to pull those references in from Scholar. And if it can access the PDF file, it will try to do so. Sometimes it's successful, and sometimes it's not successful. In this case, I have now gotten articles in this list, and as you can see, my date added is now today's date, and I have it sorted by this list. I could easily sort it by year, and of course those are at the top because I added them today. But anyway, the only article that I actually got a PDF file of is this one, and well, that's just great because I can now read it, take notes on it if I want to. A couple things that I get, I can rename the file from the parent metadata. So when I right click on that and choose that option, notice that my PDF file has now been renamed. That's a pretty cool feature. And I believe there's a way to change the rules so that I could have just a author and year in that particular format. If I find this article in a different way, if I go out and find it in a PDF, right? So now that I have pulled this one in, excuse me, it pulls in the URL from the publisher. And so I'm going to go ahead and select that. And I'll go to that website URL. And now I can actually grab the article. I might have to log in to do that. But once I log in and I grab the article, I can then either drag that file right into my Zotero library, or I can use the connector and pull it in right here. So it's not letting me log in right away, but if it did, it would be easy just to go ahead and drag that PDF file right on top, and it would store it. And we can actually see the different types of things. So like this is a book, or a book section, a book chapter. This is an article. It looks like a paper. I don't really use these icons in my analysis of my library, but it's just there. You can see what the differences are for the different kinds of information that it can store. So pretty cool little program. There's so much more to it that I haven't even shown citations yet, but that's something that's very cool. But if I wanted to create a citation for this article, I would go ahead and just create a bibliography from the item. I could create a citation or a bibliography reference. Another thing that I can do is if I were to, let me show you this. If I were to go to Google Scholar, for example, and I were to look at an article, and I'm going to go back to Google Scholar, and I'm going to go ahead and cite this article, and I can use the BibTeX citation. So if I copy this to my clipboard, now I can go back. I might also add these to a text document, but I can also go back and I can just say import from clipboard, and now that is right. That information in the BibTeX citation was put in there. But the problem with it is that the Google citation doesn't. The BibTeX citation with Google Scholar doesn't return a lot of information. So you see, I have an accession date, I have a source, I have a URL that I didn't necessarily have with the BibTeX. So I'm going to move that to the trash. And okay, so that's copied from the clipboard. But let's say that I want to look at an article, and I'm just going to find this article right here. This one is one that has quite a bit of citations, and this links in with the cite system. And so I'm going to right click on that and choose View Cite Report, and it is going to go to site.scite.ai, and it's going to call up that particular article. Now, Cite can be kind of slow. It wants you to think that it's doing all kinds of AI work with your article, and it's not. It is merely a robust application, and it actually appears that it's a little bit slow. So we're gonna refresh that page. Maybe I'll try and do another one here. If I go to Zotero, and we'll find one with maybe. Okay, there's one there. Okay, view site report. Okay, there we go. Okay, now this will pull that article up in site. It will show article and other references that have cited that article, which is what it's trying to find right here. So it allows you to get maybe a little more context around that article than what you would have just from Google Scholar, because Google Scholar was just a keyword search, but the site will actually look through the deep linked references and do a little more. It does take it some time. So this is not the fastest site because I think it's trying to do quite a bit of analysis here, especially that's like cited by 5,908 publications. But if I wanted to see it just from a particular year or range, I could do that. I could look at just particular types of documents. This is really great, I think, to do a literature review. It would be a really good way to do that literature review. And I can even filter by journals. So, and then there's this visualize citations button on the site. Now this is a different platform than Zotero, but it does link in to Zotero library pretty well. And so Zotero is relatively low cost. I think I pay $20 a year for extra storage. This program site is a little bit higher, and I don't know necessarily that it is something that I'm ready to purchase yet, but I'm using a trial of it right now. But Zotero is pretty amazing, and it has only grown to be more amazing the more I've used it. So enjoy that, and definitely pay for storage, because your library is synced across the cloud, across your laptop. I have about 5 computer systems, including my phone, that I use all the time, and I have this synced across all of them. So that is the best part. And then I know that library is stored on my device, so I'm not at the whim of some web server that might die. I know that I have it. And also this allows me to do a search and find out which items are not filed under a collection, and also which items are duplicates. So it's a very handy little program. I would highly recommend that. I love the RSS reader. It's very cool. I added these from a list of RSSs, and then I'd remove the ones I didn't want. But it does allow me to add different ones. I just can't add collections. That would be another cool part. If I could have a cybersecurity collection and an HR collection, that would be much better. But it doesn't allow that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the tour of Zotero, and have a wonderful day.